Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Chechnya. We are hitting it hard with the foreign investment as we've gotten up to 1.2 billion in income per week. Just from that. Kind of starting to snowball. This is what I would love to have done with the America playthrough, but we decided to be realistic. I think our fuel gain suddenly shifted positive. I don't think we finished any of the tech yet, though. We have not. And our research speed got bumped up. That is from the other tech, actually, now that I think about it. Because we finished off one of the trees. Cool. We are going to have to spend political power on a scientist. That is going to further delay. Looks like we lost some civilians' productivity there. I don't know what's going on with that. I gotta watch that. I don't know how we accrued debt either, but we're gonna get rid of that. Some integration at some point did that to us, I would assume. And this will be in 100 days or so. That's rough. Probably not going to get the scientist right away, and we'll just hold off for another 100 days on the Land Warfare Center. So I really don't need to build that right away. How are we looking on power? It's okay. I guess, I wonder if that's population. Because we're getting 40,000 workers per month, which would then be filling out those agriculture districts. It's the only thing I can think of that would be providing more fuel. Alright. Should be able to move this comfortably down. Not too worried about power increases right now. Start going fully back into the integration thing. I so wish I could. It's considered a missile? I didn't notice that. Okay. They consider the satellites as launching a missile for the mod. So there's 7. There should be 7 notices. We do have a resource shortage for the helicopter design. Yeah, we're just not even going to worry about people. How's the war going? India has compressed both flanks, the east and western flanks of their invasion. And then I would imagine... Where's India? Yeah, the India is actually at war with all of these, so they will be pushing through, is my assumption, unless the peace deal somehow brokers with Iran capitulating. But I doubt it would. And that's kind of where the AI differs. So, like, if they puppet India, or sorry, Iran, India does. Like, if I was doing this, I would annex this one block right here. So I could cross this border or this river. Actually, is this one also bordering it? So it's on 2? Looks like it might be. That's unique. But anyway, I would annex one of these territories so I could further my goals up north. The independence is guaranteed by Greater Armenia, so going to war with them pulls me into a war with Turkey. That's good to know. Gotta watch that. Hmm. We should be approaching kind of a key point here with the political power for our subjects. Should be able to get Dagestan. Think I have anything built here. Do need networks. We do need air bases. Do need radar. They already have short range anti-air. Go ahead and get them fuel. They definitely need naval yards at that first. I don't know why they don't have a max size naval base. Can they even have a rail line? It's just one thing. So no. I'd have to take another province on here. Means I'd probably end up at war with Europe. And then we can build all that. And then I'll bump all this up later. Get all that in queue. Definitely just want to be ready. Research wise, we got 80 days. This will massively change our fuel consumption. Let's see, it doesn't show it unless I'm in the construction energy screen, I don't think. Well, wrong one. Go back. Yeah, so should be a 7%, 7.5% reduction to this. Probably back to allowing the demonstration. Yep. All right. Nano robots. So we'll get that, which will lower our health cost and workforce requirements. Oh, that actually might have freed up more people. Yep. So we should actually... Oh. How would that lower our fuel? Where am I confused here? What am I doing wrong? 2015. I would have to have stealth. Okay. We'll go ahead and make that under our air manufacturer. And go back to thinking about that. R at 505. I can possibly design a 4th gen fighter. I don't want to yet because I don't have any equipment. And I would be out of fuel. Even though we are daily gaining fuel from this, with it 81 as a net positive. I don't know what's going on here. That is, if anything, we're breaking even. I guess it just is going to be stuck at 4 1/4, whatever, 4 1/4. Or what? Land warfare. Nice. We can go ahead and get tanks for 100 political power. I'm not doing that. Not yet. All right. Well, we got a lot of good things that we're waiting on political power for, of course. And think we can military. They want sanctions. No. Yep. We're somehow losing fuel. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't. One of these different engines. First gen drones. We just fuel tanks and stuff. Yeah, these are just different hard points. Go ahead and get some wing forms started. We get to our ships. Not sure which are equipable by frigates other than like missiles. But maybe some of this point defense stuff would be. Definitely want some sort of radar systems. Go ahead and get those. All right, I'm gonna hover this over our foreign influence report, which is now at 75%. And that's, I guess, down from 73. So they had a 28 to 25% reduction of influence now. So that's good. Now we're losing fuel. Don't like that. Rough time right now for political power. We cannot do anything about it right now. Alright, get early ICBMs. We did finish up that, so let's keep working on missile tech. Yeah, that would be... We definitely want SHORADs at least to rank 5, so the 1985. We'll go ahead and start working down that tree for our self-defense. I'm not sure if there is a tech I'm missing or what I'm missing for the space program. I don't remember. I bet I'm gonna run into it and I'm just gonna be very mad at myself. It's not gonna be in helicopters, I wouldn't imagine, but see. So we finished that up. This enables nuclear stuff. I may have to just go ahead and do the nuclear project and see if everyone declares war on me. I just don't have enough facilities right now to research it. We'll have to look into that. All right, let's check on the subjects real quick. So we are ready with, so next month we'll get Dagestan integrated. We did finish that up. So I can go ahead and cancel these. I do need a road. I'll have to remember I'm short a road. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. Alright, so we should go back positive in fuel production. I really doubt that our populace increasing caused us to go negative again. But then that would require me to understand why we went positive in the first place, and I thought it was related to actually having an industrial gains, but it was not. Because our productivity increased and everything dropped. Alright, we're gonna actually rescue an agent. Go back to operatives. We're gonna move her down to here. And we are going to get a rescue mission done. How long for our war deck? 100 days. Okay. All right. go ahead and see if we can get some launch sites. I would have thought this would go positive. We'll see. So after the day it updated, let's see what it's at. Yeah, we're back. We're back to filling up the reservoir. And we do have enough energy, we could go ahead and get another level, but it will have diminishing returns. So that's kind of iffy. All right, we have more we can do foreign investment again. We're going to throw it down there along the border region. As we have increased our foreign investment to pretty extreme lengths right now. One more day and we'll get the annex done. As we'll actually have finished and connected our entire territory right there. So we have integrated Dagestan. So Grozny now has access to the coast. And I guess we can look at this from this screen. Let's see what we're dealing with. We're going to go ahead and bump both of these rail lines up. Like so. Throw down a border there. That should go from our capital pretty safely. So we're going to go ahead and bump all that up. So everything around our capital will be bumped up. We're not going to integrate anything because our political power gain is so terrible right now, so we'll just build those lines. And that'll boost this region's productivity. Let's see how this affected our populace. Okay, it looks like they had more workers than they had buildings. We did not break the 4 trillion GDP mark. So this actually, integrating Dagestan did actually help us quite a bit from a populace standpoint. Yeah, it looks like we got approximately another 4 million to 5 million people. And our manpower availabilities. It did mess with our fuel though. Assuming there were a lot of oil. Yeah, we had 4 more fossil fuel plants. That hurts. That actually hurts. We'll get 5, 6 there, 7 there. These are all going to hurt our fuel. That is going to be annoying. Going to be rather annoying. Because all of that is going to be detrimental to our fuel gain. Alright. The greater Chechnya region here. Or Chechen. This war on India is ongoing. They still cannot finish this group out. I think they've kind of hit a wall. They would need more infantry if they're trying to break through this with tanks on mountains. They'd need mechanized or armored infantry, really. And I just don't think they have it. Or maybe they're having supply issues too. This is a lot of ground to cover with probably very minimal infrastructure. Yeah, you can see the rail lines. They're not size 6, I don't believe. But can I see that? Yeah, they're size 1 rails. Yeah, so they're not able to, I don't believe they're able to supply their units even if they had air superiority. They just don't have enough. I guess I should check our military production since we integrated. Just the naval yards, no land. I'm actually fine with this. How are we looking with our special forces? Still negative. We're still 6 over. See if there's anything with the airborne. Did I do this? Did I make this selection? Maybe I did. For the air division organization. This is light mortar barrages. I know there's like a paratrooping mortar somewhere. Oh, there's capacity bonuses. Yeah, capacity multiplier and then cap contribution reductions are on that one. Why would I take this one? Experience gain, training time reductions. This is a health bonus. That's all light infantry, so that's not one I would want. Looks like a ton of cap contribution reductions on this side. And states we paratrop into reduce. So there's some AO combat drops, provide some sort of debuff. That seems incredible. Maybe for this general army fuel consumption reduction? Looks like an org bonus. Encirclement penalty. Is that general encirclement or is that applied only to paratroopers? Kind of separated, you can't really tell. That's a special forces cap reduction. Over here. The organization. This is a health bonus, but an EXP reduction? I would be fine with that. I can only imagine I chose that for the fuel. Yeah, because that's the only thing that makes sense. Otherwise, I should have gone this route. Yeah, it's a huge attack bonus. Down these trees. That paratrooper air anti-air defense is 15% higher. That's crazy. Nope. 20% organization factor bonus. Well, maybe I chose that for the insane combat buffs. Yeah, I don't know if motorized counts for armored. It looks like it does. But this gives so many more, like, reductions. Alright, so, yeah, we're gonna go ahead with that. Just because of the unit commitments. Um... I think I have to go ahead and get diesel engines. Looks like we finished the trains for 2025. I'm gonna go ahead with the power use and fuel consumption for populace reduction. We're just gonna get that going. Land warfare isn't gonna work, but air. I need stealth. I'm gonna do this project, but I really don't see it benefiting as much as stealth would. Alright, some of these rail lines are coming to an end. Gonna go ahead and get our first IRBM available. Sam, again, we want to get that to rank 5. Oh, and we are running out of time. Okay. And again, another investment into Ukraine. It's 10 more nuclear facilities and ended here. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone in the next episode as we continue to watch the global politics as Indonesia is getting rolled into Australia there. Nice. Take care.